Hi, welcome to Math 107 Online. This is Caitlin Worth, one of the instructors for the class. I'm just going to take you through a brief tour of our course Moodle site and the other website that we'll be using for doing homework throughout the class. So if you've never done so, you log into Moodle by first going to the GCC website, gcc.mass.edu. You click Login and choose Moodle, and go ahead and log in. So your login should be the beginning part of your student email address. So it's generally last name, first letter, and then the last 4 digits of your student ID. And then your password is generally your entire student ID, unless you have set it to something else. So once you log into Moodle, there will be a list of all the classes that you are currently taking under fall 2014. So this is Math 107 for College Algebra. Click on there. And here's our site. Welcome to Math 107 Online. This is our Moodle site. You will find all course material posted here. Scroll the window down a bit, and you notice that each week of the course has a box, and the assignments for each week are posted in there as a week blank to-do list. So let's just scroll down to week 1. Okay, so week 1, this is just our orientation week. To get started with the course, click the week 1 to-do list. So every week has a to-do list that you can click on. So here's week 1 to-do list. Scroll down a little bit more. Week 2, it has a to-do list. Week 3 has a to-do list. The box you're currently reading is the main course block. It contains resources you'll need to refer to throughout the semester. Class announcements, where I post things that I need you to know as the semester goes, important notices about dates, etc. Syllabus and other documents contains all things that I'll hand out at the beginning of class, or would normally hand out at the beginning on the first day of class. So it has the syllabus, but lots of other important information is in here too. A link to YouTube. This is a playlist of video lectures that you will watch as you take notes on them. And you will know which videos to watch by using the weekly course schedule, which is a file that tells you what you should be doing, reading, and watching each week. So Linda and I each have a playlist of course lectures. You can watch one or the other or both. MyMathLab is the online software tool we'll be using to access the textbook, homework, and a myriad of other excellent resources. And we have a general help forum. And this is a forum where you can ask course-related questions. They could be about mathematical content, homework, projects, due dates, technology, etc. Anything course-related. If you're able to answer a classmate's question, do so. And the instructors will also monitor and provide input and answers when needed. So let's look at this first week orientation. To get started with the course, we want to click the week 1 to-do list and check off each item as we do it. So most of the files that we need to complete the to-do list are going to be located in the main course block, right? These things that we just looked at. But some of the particularly important ones are also reposted immediately below the to-do list, right? Some of these things, like the syllabus, is in the main course block, but it's reposted down here. And then any additional links and files are also posted down below the week 1 to-do list, anything in addition to what's posted up above. If you have any questions at all about what you're supposed to be doing, where to find something, how the course will be run, post it in the general help forum. All right, so let's take a look at this week 1 to-do list. You're supposed to watch the course intro video, so you are currently doing that, so let's check that off. Read all documents in the syllabus and other documents folder. That would take too long for me to walk you through all of them, so you can do that on your own. In the syllabus and other documents folder, you need to pay particular attention to the syllabus and the weekly schedule, which I opened for you for about 5 seconds a minute ago. So you want to read those things very carefully. Then you also need to sign up for MyMathLab. Okay, so signing up for MyMathLab gets you access to the e-text and all the homework for the course, plus tons of other great resources. So directions for signing up are in the syllabus and other documents folder. So let's go back here. They're also posted right here under the to-do list. So if we open up the MyMathLab registration instructions, we have a PDF that tells you exactly what to do. Go to Pearson, under register, click student. You need this course ID. That's an important number that you need to be able to register. Either sign in with an existing Pearson account if you've taken a course with MyMathLab before, or create a new account. So to access the course, the only thing you have to purchase for this course is an access code to MyMathLab. You can purchase it from the GCC bookstore. You can buy it online as you're registering using a credit card or PayPal. Or if you're not prepared to do either of those things, you can get 14 days of temporary access. So just look for a link near the bottom of the page. So once you're registered, go to the course and start your work. To sign in later, go to the same site, click sign in, enter your username and password that you set up when you were registering. All right, so that's really important. You need to be able to do that. And then let me take you briefly into MyMathLab so you can see what it looks like once you're registered. All right, so I'm just going to sign in as me. Okay, so any courses that you're taking in MyMathLab will be listed over here. It's probably just the one, Math 107 Online, College Algebra, Fall 2014. This is the course number that was in those registration directions. So you click on the course, and it takes you to the main site here. So you have a calendar that has due dates in it. And you also have upcoming assignments listed down here with their due dates. You can view all assignments. You can watch your results with an overall score here with a bar graph. And you can look at your progress. But the things that we are mostly going to be looking at in this course happen here over on the left. The chapter contents takes you to the textbook. So if you wanted to look at something in chapter 1, let's say we want to read section 1.1, you just click here and you can watch a video about section 1.1, or you can open the textbook. And this is an exact version of the textbook that you would purchase on paper. If you prefer not to read on your computer, you have the option of purchasing a paper textbook. I'm not requiring anything in the study plan, but if you would like to work in the study plan, that is totally up to you. Just you can use it for extra practice, for studying, for tests. Play around in there if you're interested, but it is not required. Okay, underneath chapter contents is the multimedia library. And so again, let's say we're interested in chapter 1, section 1.1, and we want to see what types of resources we have available here. We have chapter 1 test prep videos, we have a PowerPoint, we have the multimedia textbook, and we have a video lecture for section 1.1. So you can use any of these things as resources as you're working through the course. So we have chapter contents, multimedia library, homework. This is mostly what MyMathLab is for doing your homework. So disable pop-up blocker. Okay, so yeah, you do have to have pop-ups disabled. I believe you also have to allow third-party cookies. So if anybody gets an error message having to do with that, you can change both of those things in tools, options, and then privacy. So you can, well, it's somewhere around here. Security, that's where it is. Okay, so this is, you can look around in here and try to find pop-up blocker and allow third-party cookies. Okay, so you click on homework and all of your homeworks for the entire semester are posted. Okay, so you've got a whole bunch of them. When you are ready to work on a homework, you just click on it and all the questions are listed. So this particular assignment, which is just your orientation assignment, has 12 questions. So click question 1 and you get a pop-up and here's the question. And then you can jump around by clicking on a question up here. Clicking on any question and it pops up. Okay. And this is how you work through your homework. When you get a question right, you'll get a little green check mark above that number. So let's click continue. Did you notice at the bottom left there's a status line that tells you press continue to see more. So there's 4 parts remaining in this question. Continue. Type the number 1 in this box. Check answer. And we got it right. Still 2 parts remaining. Continue. Type the number shown in the pop-up. 2. Check answer. We got it right. And now that we have worked all the way through this question and gotten it right, we have a little green check mark. Okay. If you get it right, if you get it wrong, you'll have a little red X. And you only get 3 attempts to get a question correct. But if you get it wrong, you can always click similar exercise, rework the problem, and when you get it right, you'll get the little green check mark and you get full credit. So buttons that you can use in MyMathLab to help you with the homework are Help Me Solve This, which will walk you through step by step. It's a great resource. View an example, see an animation, or you can print the whole assignment if you want to say bring your homework with you to work and you don't have access to a computer. Print the whole assignment, do it on paper, and then just come back and put your answers in later. Okay, so I have question 1 right, and if we go to my grade book, you'll now see that I have an 8.33% grade score on that homework because I just got 1 out of 12 correct. Homework. So Pearson Tutor Services, you get a certain amount of time, like 3 hours or something, where you can connect to a tutor who will help you with through Pearson. But I should also tell you that GCC provides free 24 hours a day, 7-day a week online tutoring through Smart Thinking, and I'll show you. We have a link through Moodle. We won't have quizzes or tests or the study plan. You can check your grade book. You can look at tools for success. None of this is required, but they're just resources that you can check out if you're interested. Same with the learning guide. And that's it. So that's pretty much MyMathLab. And so I'm going to leave here and go back to Moodle. All right, so here we are back at the main course Moodle site. We've been working through our week 1 to-do list. We watched the course intro video, or you're doing that right now. I just showed you how to sign up for MyMathLab, or at least where the directions are. I walked you through where the homework lives in MyMathLab, and you need to do this home orientation assignment. You need to download the free graphing software GeoGebra, introduce yourself in the discussion forum, participate in discussion 1, and check out the student support block on the left side of your screen. So down in the main page on the left side, there's student support, online tutoring with Smart Thinking, peer tutoring, on campus support. This is all your tech support and additional supports. Download GeoGebra using this link. Just go to this site and download GeoGebra. It's a graphing software, very powerful, it's free, and we are using that instead of a graphing calculator. Try to save some money. So everything you need in any given week to complete your to-do list should be posted immediately below the to-do list. Okay. In this week, some of the things that you need are posted up in the main course block. Week 2, you have a new to-do list, and all the files and links you need to complete it will be underneath. Same thing with every week. So that is just a very brief tour around our online site. Spend some time exploring and putting any questions that you have in the general help forum. Okay, so Linda and I are looking very much forward to working with you this semester. Good luck.